Hi guys. Okay. So, hello all. Welcome to today's live stream. Different view. I know you guys were expecting airplanes, but there are no airplanes today. So it's gonna be a live session with one of my favorite captains, Captain Rishabh Kapoor. This is going to be a very interactive session. Basically, we are just going to talk about all the whereabouts happening in aviation right now. So, I am just waiting for Captain Rishabh Kapoor to come online. Once he is here, we will be having a very funny and informative session with everyone. Okay, I've got so many messages already. I will introduce myself. Captain Kapoor is yours. So, okay, we have already crossed 50 people watching this live stream. Not bad. Hello, sir.
Hi Janam, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you
Can you hear
doing?
me?
Yes, loud and
Loud
clear.
and clear?
Yes, loud and
Strength
clear.
5?
Strength 5.
Shit,
How are you
कितना
doing, sir?
time हो गया यार? We're forgetting the aviation terminology also. I think Alpha Bravo Charlie भी कर लेना चाहिए हमें आज.
Definitely, that would be fun. We have,
Wow,
yeah, we
you've got a
have,
packed audience, man. Amazing.
yes,
Hi,
yes.
Airbus Gal, Mr. Oberoi. Hi, Alisha. Lovely. So sweet of all these guys to make time. My first question to everybody is आज के बर्तन हो गए? झाड़ू पोछा हो गया? Guys, how's
Yes, all
lockdown
done,
coming
sir.
along?
Everything is done, so that we have nothing to bother us while we are doing this session.
Yeah.
We
Hi,
are
Aman.
ensuring, yeah, we are ensuring that
Shlok.
this session is just gonna be with you, nothing else.
Thank you, Janam. Such a pleasure, such a fantastic thing that you started. I believe this is your first session, so you're going to be as nervous as I am in
Yes,
doing our first session. But
indeed.
but trust me, I think having this conversation is going to be easier than cleaning the house and all of that, even fun.
Correct. Yeah. I guess there is some network issue on Captain Rishabh's side, so that's fine. Uh, I guess he's connected. He will join in soon. So, guys, I know you have a lot of questions, which are there in your mind about what is happening in aviation. Why is, I mean, Corona having so, and we all know, this is gonna be like a daunting task for everyone to get back to normal. So that is fine. We are here. We are going to answer all of these questions. I guess Captain Rishabh Kapoor just got disconnected. Hi Amit, I am good. How are you doing? Hope everything is fine with you. So just adding Captain Rishabh Kapoor again. Yeah. Your voice is breaking. Yes. He is back. Yeah.
Good, loud and
Yes.
clear.
Loud and clear, sir. Loud and clear. Perfect.
Fantastic.
So
So in the
before
meantime, Janam, did you tell them about yourself? Did you tell them about Victor Tango Aviation? What is Victor
not
Tango Aviation? I see some amazing pictures of airplanes. You do cover the air show. I know you're doing a fabulous job there. So why
yes.
don't you start with telling us a little about yourself as well?
Sure. So, I am Janam. I'm a part of Victor Tango Aviation. We started Victor Tango Aviation in 2012 as Aviators Kingdom. We then changed the name to Victor Tango Aviation. So it's gonna turn 8 tomorrow. Apparently, that's one of the reasons why we are doing this live session, so that we celebrate with everyone who has been a part of this journey. And Captain Rishabh has also been a part of this journey. It's fun. It's amazing. I am very thrilled. I mean, 8 years passed by. 8 years flew like a rocket, I would say, and it was a nice journey. Covering everything, right from military to civil to general to everything, all parts of aviation. So
So,
yes,
guys,
that
please follow Janam as well for the wonderful work that he's doing. He's covering air shows, which is obviously every aviator's delight. That is the most
yes,
cherished, most important event of the year, and once in 2 years that happens in Hyderabad and Bangalore. That's amazing.
correct.
And before you start asking me questions, I think, Janam, what we should do is we should give
guess Captain is having some network problems. Okay. No worries. So, meantime, while he joins in, I'll just wish all of you hello. Hello. Hi, Anmol. How are you? How is the weather in Mumbai? Okay, weather seems pretty. Uh, I mean, I can't express how the weather is right now. It just opened up before it was raining. So, yeah.
Sorry,
Yes.
guys, I don't know what's wrong.
No
Can you hear
problem.
me?
Yes, yes, yes. We can hear you. You are
You can
there
hear
with
me.
us.
Okay, great.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, one more VT is online. Veronica, hi. How are you? Captain must be knowing Veronica from commercial team.
Sorry, say that again, Janam. I can't hear you.
You must be knowing Veronica, right? Veronica Thakkar.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
there.
yeah, of course.
Yes, yes,
She's
yes.
here. Hi,
Yes.
Veronica. So I was saying a hats off to every single individual in every airline across the country who's been a part of these, Mission Vande Bharat. Of course, the national carrier, private carrier is now a part of it. Indigo is going to do 97 flights as well. So a hats off and a thumbs up to each one of you guys. I see Aman
Yeah.
here, Veronica, of course. All these guys have been a part of it, and a salute to each one of you for doing
Yes,
such
a
a
lot.
fantastic job.
Yes, a lot of people have been a part of this aviation journey right now in the last 2-3 months, where we have been at home. Most of us have been at home, but yes, there are people who are working around the clock, ensuring that airplanes are fit to fly. Whenever the operations get back to normal, the airplanes are in well-maintained conditions. So yes, that is amazing. So before I start,
I see
I
Nav.
would
I see
want.
Nav here also. We've got back end office guys also who are working round the clock to make sure that these flights go. Hi Nav.
Yes, yes. Everyone a part of this aviation industry has
Yes.
contributed in some or the other way, I would say.
Yeah.
So before we go, a quick introduction from you, sir. That would be appreciated. Everyone wants to know.
Sure. What can I say? My name is Rishabh Kapoor. I'm a third generation pilot. I'm a pilot with the national carrier. My father and grandfather were both pilots for the national carrier. I'm a third generation pilot. Together, we've given over 100 years to Indian aviation. And I've made such amazing friends in this course, in this journey of aviation. From flying the Airbus to the Boeing, I flew the Airbus. So I have a lot of family here from the Airbus as well, and now from the Boeing family as well. Where I've made some amazing connects, I met some amazing people, and I've had the privilege of flying, like I say, the best machines, the Airbus and the Boeing in the world.
Indeed, indeed. That is lovely. That is lovely. So, I would ask you first question, like every teenager, what made you, so strong to, get into aviation and get into flying? I mean, what was that thing? What was your motivation?
So, aviation is such a glamorous field. When you see it from the outside, only the people inside the field now know that it only looks more glamorous from the outside than it actually is. There's a lot of hard work involved. But it looks such a glamorous field. As a child, I remember my father was just wearing that uniform, getting out of the house or coming back home. The love for the uniform in the way that he looked when he stepped out of the house, or even when I was, in Pune and he would come to meet me while I was in college and doing my graduation. He would step out of the airport. He would look nothing short of Tom Cruise in Top Gun. The movie Top Gun came out. The movie Top Gun also came out in the late 80s, if I'm not mistaken. So I was around
90s,
10,
90s.
90s. So 12, around that age, I was about 10, 12 years old. My son Rehan is now 12 years old.
Okay.
So obviously the love for the uniform, the love for the machines, when you see an airplane, when you fly in it, and at those times you could enter the cockpit. In today's day and age, it's not possible, it's not legal, you cannot enter the cockpit. Aviators, of course, the crew and pilots are well versed with the cockpit, but at that time we could. So entering the cockpit and getting that feel, I decided in school, in my 9th or 10th standard, I was absolutely certain that this is the office window that I want. I don't want a regular office. I don't want to go to work and sit between four walls. I wanted an office view at 39,000 feet when I flew the Airbus and now 41,000 feet on the way.
Yes.
So I was very sure about that. So I think my father played a major role in this, in the way that I looked up to him.
Okay, so he was your motivation. Basically, he was
Absolutely.
your role model for life.
Yeah,
That's
he
how.
was my role model. My mother was my strength. So all this obviously is not possible without support of
Without
family and
it.
friends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
True,
my,
true,
my
true.
mom's been my hero for letting me do whatever we want to in life. We've done a lot of things. So
And I
there is
know
there is no going forward without support of the family. So you can't
definitely,
not
definitely,
mention
sir,
that.
definitely, definitely. And I'm happy for one thing that Top Gun is one movie which has inspired a lot of people, the youth out there to go into flying, or maybe who have been into defense. So you
Correct,
never thought of
absolutely.
joining the defense?
Ha. So before we go there, I can see my sister there. Hi Roshni. Hi Rishi. I can see talking about family. Family is here as well. So
Oh
sweet. You
yeah,
guys have
they
logged
are
in
there
as
to
well.
support you.
So, you know what happened, Janam? I had finished my 12th science. I was in Wadia College in Pune. I went to a college called
Okay.
Navroji Wadia College in Pune. Because
Uh-huh.
Pune was known as the Oxford of the East. We thought education in Pune is going to be the best education in the world. And my dad was by then in Taiwan. He left
Okay.
Indian Airlines at that time, moved to Taiwan, and was on his way to Singapore, including Singapore
Oh.
Airlines as well.
Okay.
Finally
Okay.
retired with Etihad. So at
Oh.
that point, when I finished my 12th science, I
Mhm.
was pretty certain I want to become a pilot. But we were having such a good time in school and college that I decided to continue my education. My mom was very adamant about finishing my graduation. She wanted me
Correct.
to finish graduation, and she said, then you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And as
Yeah.
you know, education in life never goes waste. So I think that was a very prudent step at that point in time also. So
Okay.
because I was doing my graduation, the thought of NDA didn't even cross my mind, because you get
Oh.
into NDA after class 12.
Yes.
Otherwise, who doesn't want to fly the MiGs, the JAGs, the Su-30s? Matlab, that
Oh,
just the
God,
thought of
yeah.
it brings your
I know.
adrenaline sky high.
I can
So
imagine.
by the time I finished my graduation, I think it was too late to even consider joining ND or CDS. Uh,
Okay.
so commercial being in the blood, I knew this was the easier. I thought that this was the easier thing to do. Little
True.
did I know in due course of time that it's not as easy as it looks from the outside.
Yes.
A lot of people think that flying is about pressing autopilot and that's the end of it. Unfortunately, that is not it.
That is
Only
not.
aviators, whether it's cabin crew or pilots who are in those machines,
Yeah. Yeah.
realize the amount of energy, the effort, the sacrifices that they've made to be there and to continue being there, facing jet lag, staying away from your family, your
Yeah.
your long haul flights, the food that you
Yeah.
eat. So yeah, that's the journey.
That's the life in aviation. So that it's like as good as being serving the defense, I would say. There are
Yeah.
no festivals, there are no holidays. When you have to go, you have to go. You have to serve. That's it. So that's very nice. Rightly said by you. I got to know about your life and the initial days. And which was the first aircraft you flew?
So any person who takes up flying, Janam, has to
Yeah,
basically fly. There are various other airplanes also, but Cessna 152 is the pet aircraft. It's a two-seater
correct.
aircraft, Cessna 152. So
Yes.
most of us did our flying, at least in that time in the year 2000, did our flying on the Cessna 152. So my first flight was on the Cessna 152. It was with a very bratty friend of mine. I don't know if he's online. His name is Chakshu Byala.
Okay.
He's now a captain with Emirates, and he took me on my first flight.
Oh,
And
lovely.
as most of us, it's like ragging. Most of us as pilots do. We take a friend who's come in the school na, for the first time.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
he
yeah.
took me. वो अपनी पहली flight पे मेरे को ले गया, बोलता है ऋषभ चल, I'll show you around. And I've just reached the school, like I've just gotten admission in the school, and I said, chal Chakshu, let's go on that flight.
Yeah.
So he took me on the first flight, and a typical prank. I think 99% pilots must have done that. He takes me to 4,000 feet on a Cessna 152, and I'm looking outside the window. It's my very first flight, so I'm really excited. So he says, now look there. I'm sitting on the right seat. It's a two-seater airplane. He says, just look down. You'll see a beautiful lake. And then he quickly banks that airplane to about 45 degrees or 50 degrees,
What the-
almost like he's throwing me out.
Oh shit.
And doing a little musty, pushing me on the side. So that was my first flight. That is something I'll never forget.
You will
But-
never forget. That's gonna be hilarious.
But I promise you, in due course of time, I got back to him. I did my part as well. I played my prank on him as well.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. So, coming straight to the point, this year we have seen a lot of ups and downs in aviation. Like currently, we are already facing the worst phase of aviation, and a very long time. This has never been before. Like globally, aviation has come to a standstill, almost to a standstill, and it's like restarting things again. What do you have to say about it? I mean, since you have been in aviation and civil, so rather you better know how airlines across the world are facing and what they are facing right now?
So it's a really, really tough time for aviation. Aviation is the field that is first hit by COVID, obviously, and
Yeah.
thereon, tourism thrives on aviation, hotels thrive on aviation. So aviation as an industry was the first hit, and then of course all the other industries have been hit subsequently.
Correct.
So it's a tough time. COVID-19 has not left any place on this planet untouched. Everybody is affected by COVID-19.
Indeed.
The situation is grim, but it's not going to stay like this forever. We're going to get out of it. India has 650 airplanes. We've got close to 9,000 pilots, or just over. And just to see that all those airplanes were grounded for a very long period of time. Of course, marginal flights were going for the mission and bringing people back, and repatriation was happening. But to see 650 airplanes grounded and 9,000 pilots grounded, it is unheard of. It is the unthinkable. So I have so many friends here who are pilots here, and each one of them is going through this tough time as well. So now what's going to happen is, of course, we wanted to come back and jump back into action as soon as possible. But I think aviation will take some time to recover. I don't see it recovering very quickly. As per the minister, as per what Minister said, Minister of Civil Aviation, he said that by Diwali we expect a lot of flights, domestic flights coming back as well. So that's a very positive sign. I see aviation recovering in between 12 to 18 months completely. But till then, of course, there's going to be an austerity drive. They're going to bring down. Airlines have already brought down the wages of various private carriers. The good thing, Janam, here is that where people have lost jobs across the globe.
Correct.
India and the Indian government, I mean, we've got to give it to them. There's not been a single job loss. Not one person in the field of aviation has been terminated. Not one person has been sent on, permanent leave or whatever you call it. Every single person in the field of aviation is still employed, which is a good thing. So we expect certain cuts, and we expect them to be temporary, and we expect everything to come back and the world to be as beautiful as it was from where we saw it at 41,000 feet to, in quick time. Hopefully in 12 months, it should be 100%, even sooner if, God willing.
Yeah. And most of us are, just waiting to get back to the skies, because I'm sure like people like you who have made sky their second home, rather first home, I would say. You spend more time in the sky than on the ground. It's very difficult to be, for a couple of months to be on ground. Just going through this news about aviation and this news about COVID bothering us and, keeping us away from the world which we were into before. So do you think, I'm sure there are a lot of guys over here who want to know that, is it a good time to continue the flying?
I'm seeing a couple of questions here as well. Is it a good time to fly? Is it a good time to fly? We live in such a strange world, Janam. When we as aviators, when we're outside the house, we are only striving and thriving and hoping to spend time with the family. We as aviators are only cribbing in wanting to come back home to be able to spend time with the family. And today, God heard us and says, here you go. I'm giving you that opportunity. Ab ghar pe baitho. अभी हम घर पे बैठ रहे, जब घर पे आप बर्तन साफ कर रहे हो, जमीन साफ कर रहे हो, आपको realize हो रहा है that maybe you're better off there only. So it's just amazing how tricky the situation becomes when you're put in a position and given situation. But so if you ask me, so basically asking me a question about all these aspiring aviators. So my suggestion to them will be that follow your dreams. If you dreamt of that office window like I did when I was a young kid, if you dream of becoming a pilot or a crew, and if you want to be in the skies and that is the life that you choose, don't let that go. Don't let that thought go. But be prudent about it. Be smart about it. Everybody knows what the scenario is today. So don't jump into aviation today. Whatever your plans are, push it by 6 months. But while you're pushing those plans by 6 months, it will be very, very smart for you to clear all your Indian exams. Clearing the Indian exams is not a piece of cake. At least it wasn't when we were clearing it.
I know.
I didn't clear all my papers in one attempt. So that was a setback for me. That was a failure. कि ऐसे भी होता है that I can't clear my paper in one attempt. Till I got to know that 99% of the people around me were going through the same emotion. Failures teach you. Failures are a stepping stone to success. So they're going to teach you to become stronger, more resilient. So my advice to all the youngsters, all budding aviators right now will be, push your plan by 6 months, Try and clear your papers. There are a lot of papers to be cleared. If you're going to do your flying in India, there are 6 papers to be cleared. Then there's the RTR that has to be cleared. If you're going to do your flying abroad, you're going to clear your papers there anyway. So it'll be a good thing to get your books. Get into your books right now. I don't think the private carriers are going to now have a cadet program. The cadet program is always a foolproof method of getting a job. So if there's any private carrier that's carrying out a cadet program even today, like one of the private carriers I heard is still ordering airplanes, and that's very positive. So a secret to people who are worried about their jobs is to see the number of airplanes on order. So when you know that there are so many airplanes on order and these are the airplanes coming by the week or by the month, then you know that the space of aviation is going to improve. So monitor that, take it easy, take a step back for now, get into your books, get some knowledge, try and get the papers out of the way, because that is also a very, very painful process. So it's the best time to study without a doubt.
So I see a lot of people just writing down there saying that is it a good idea to first clear the papers and then get into flying? So what do you have your take on it? Is it a good idea?
In present scenario, absolutely correct. Aspiring aviator, I think that's the best thing right now. It is the best thing to do. You're anyway sitting at home. I think you have the liberty of now going out and buying the books or buying those books online or taking it and borrowing it from your friends. So I think this is the best time because you're already at home. Get into those books. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. You can catch me on Janam's portal. You can catch me on my Instagram. You can follow me on YouTube. And I'll be more than happy to share any of that. And I'll be sharing a video soon as well on how to become a pilot. So we'll do that as well, and you should share it too.
Of course, we will do that because we get a lot of questions. You know, we have so many youngsters who are planning to go for flying but are not really sure about the path they need to take. So everyone knows that they need 12th science and 12th science stream, maths and physics. But not everyone knows what after that, how to go about, which is the best flying school. I mean, whether they should do it from India or should go abroad. So these questions would definitely, I'm sure your video will answer a lot of these questions.
I'm going to take your input and I want you to share it on your YouTube channel as well. We'll make it absolutely simple. We'll share 7 simple steps on becoming a pilot. We'll keep it in basic. We'll keep it as simplified as possible. We don't want to complicate things because people get scared. Logo ko pata nahi hota hai how to navigate, what to do next, how to go in becoming a pilot. You're right. So we'll just make it simple and we'll do that. We'll make that video in 7 simple steps to become a commercial pilot in India.
Oh, that is lovely. Lovely. We are looking forward to it. And I'm sure the audience is also looking forward. So right now, since you have been home, what are you doing to keep yourself fit? I mean, I'm sure medicals are a dreadful dream for all the aviators out there. Whenever medicals come closer, you know, you become fit and fine, healthy, you start dieting. What are you doing right now?
एक महीना पहले सब चलना शुरू कर देते, exercise शुरू कर देते. So these days I'm inspired, you know, just like I'm getting some messages from here. Hi, good evening, Aman, Hisham. Thank you for inspirational quote. So like I see some of my very good friends here also putting their posts. Like Aman is a very good cook. He puts some very good healthy food. He shares it on Instagram. A lot of my friends, Namrata, she's Shweta, they are fitness freaks. They keep posting their fitness videos. She's also a beauty expert. So they keep putting their videos and they keep inspiring us.
That is
so lovely. I get inspired. I do my exercises. I have a balcony right here. I step out. I've got a chart. I put down some exercises. I follow that routine. But more importantly, at a time like this, I think it's also important for all of us to look at our mental fitness. I think mental fitness is also a very, very important aspect of the overall well-being. So whether you're doing yoga, whether you're doing breathing, whether you're mopping, whatever you're doing, whatever form of exercise you're doing, I think it is imperative to keep the mind busy. I think it is imperative that you have a purpose. Now, whether you're watching Netflix, whether you're exercising, the mind should be kept busy. The mind should not be allowed to stress and think about things or the outcome of this COVID-19 or the stresses that everybody has in today's day and age right now are salary cuts, job protection. People are confined. People like me in Bombay who are confined to 1,000 square feet apartment are finding it, very, very claustrophobic. You want to step out. I consider myself lucky that I can still get into a balcony, but there are people who don't even have that. So there are various games that the mind is playing with you in today's day and age. So I think it's imperative to recognize that There's another friend of mine, Prajakta Kulkarni. She's a doctor. She talks a lot about the mental health care. I think it's imperative to realize, and it's important for us to move accordingly and keep our minds at ease and busy.
I am sure. I mean, keeping yourself calm is an important step in the cockpit too, because on and off, you have seen a lot of, maybe turbulence. You call it turbulence, or you call it issues that come in the cockpit. There are n number of things that come, right? So how do you cope up? I mean, what's the worst nightmare for you? Is it fighting with your wife before a flight, or is it something that is going to go wrong in the cockpit?
Hi, Nikhil. Hi. I wanted to say hi to. I said
there
hi
are a lot of your friends and my friends.
Hi, Sush. Ketan Dosa says do push-ups. Yeah, he also says watch live shows. Now that's a fantastic idea. So if you have nothing to do, watch live shows and do push-ups. Ketan, I know you're getting back at me for those push-ups. I made him do some push-ups, but there you go. So no, I don't fight with my wife at all. भाई घर पे बैठे हैं 3 महीने से रोटी खानी है, बेड पे सोना है और इसी घर के अंदर रहना है. So that is not an option. And you're a well-wisher. No? You will not even say.
No, I won't even think about that thing. Yeah. But still, I would still ask you the same thing. What's the worst? Having an issue in the cockpit or having a fight with your wife at home?
So thankfully I've also done a course in CRM where I'm a CRM. I was to become a CRM facilitator. I'm still waiting for that course to get over. It's been going on forever. So the good thing to do is to keep that calm whether at home or in office. By compounding a situation in your flight deck, in the cockpit, you're only going to make matters worse. So everybody has different levels of understanding, and everybody has a good day and a bad day. But it is imperative that even if you're at a higher level, there's a slant range in the cockpit, right? That's how the captain is supposed to be. That's how the first officer is supposed to be. Sometimes it varies. It goes the other way around as well. But even if at a point that the other person is much lower than you, it is imperative that you pull him up. It is imperative that you give him the confidence. It is impossible to get 100% from a guy that you're fighting with in a cockpit at a time of an emergency. He is the only asset you have. He or she is the only asset you have in the cockpit with you. So at a time of need, it is very, very important that your CRM and your camaraderie with your colleague in the cockpit, because it's only the two of you all there. It's very important that stays good, that stays healthy. And that starts from the moment you meet the person at dispatch. That first cup of coffee or tea, or when you say a hello, is extremely important, I feel, because that is where you're establishing contact with the other person. And that is where you're going to build a rapport, because many a times you don't know the guy, you're flying with the person for the first time. And likewise for a first officer. So I think that rapport is very, very important to establish very, very quickly. At the same time, stay professional, because you're responsible for lives. So you got to make sure that you're careful there as well.
That is true. So we are getting a lot of comments saying, "Sir, you are always there to inspire everyone." Oh, that is lovely. Yes.
Thank you, Sushmita.
You should definitely check Captain Rishabh's video. He has a 30 minutes of video in which he has spoken about a lot of things. It's there on his YouTube channel. You can just surf down. I would not go into detail of it because we hardly have time. The live will go off anytime. But you should definitely check out his YouTube channel. There are some amazing words. I mean, some amazing motivational topics that you have already spoken about. I'm very glad that there is someone out there who talks about aviation and who's ensuring that aviation is a good industry. Like a lot of people out here have that kind of a notion, what will happen tomorrow if airlines are just shutting down? What is going to be the future of aviation? So that is one thing that has made. I am seeing a lot of questions coming to you, sir. For you, rather, I would say.
So sweet. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you, Shweta. I think we saw Ashish as well. Ashish was a part of Operation Rahat with me. We done that evacuation out of Yemen in the year 2015, where we landed on a bombed runway. So that video is on YouTube as well.
Correct.
And looking forward to making more.
So what are your hobbies when you are at home? Like in the last 2 months, I'm sure you must have done something. And everyone out here has have had enough of time to fulfill their hobbies. What was your hobby? What did you do? I'm sure mopping.
other than mopping, my favoriteest hobby, Janam,
Yeah.
my favoriteest hobby in the world right now in the last 2-3 months is troubling my wife and troubling my son.
Oh,
I can't tell you how much I'm harassing them, and I
okay.
can't tell you what flack I'm getting for it in return. So so मेरी ड्यूटी जिस दिन मैं परेशान करता हूँ अगले दिन ड्यूटी बढ़ जाती है. अच्छा आज ये भी साफ करोगे और कल वो भी साफ करोगे.
That is
But
indeed. I was
but
expecting that.
but other than that, I'm a sporty person, so I love playing cricket. If I'm not playing overarm season, I'm playing underarm tournaments. So I love playing cricket. My love for cricket is like crazy.
Oh,
I love playing. And after 2015, after Yemen, I got the opportunity of going to schools, colleges, Rotaries, Lions clubs to
yeah,
do my
yeah, yeah.
talk sessions. So
Yes,
I
yes,
now enjoy like this session. I enjoy talking a lot. I
yes,
enjoy going out and I like inspiring the youth. I like inspiring the kids in school and colleges by sharing my experience
yes,
and give them a little about an insight about flying as well on what
yes.
aviation encapsulates.
Yes, yes, yes. I totally understand that. And it is very important because I'm sure the youth needs some motivation to join flying. I mean, not everyone is so blessed to, decide, okay, as a kid, I want to be a pilot. I'm sure many of them decide later on, okay, what to do next in life. Like, I was one of the guys who was born and brought up very close near to the Mumbai airport. So I have spent like all my life just seeing planes departing and from my balcony itself, so I don't have to go anywhere. So the plane
No
spotting things,
wonder you get the best pictures. No wonder your pictures are so perfect. You're there
yeah,
24/7, it means.
yeah. So right now I feel very empty because I hardly hear planes, and that's kind of a music to all of us. I'm very sure that many of us out here love listening to the G90s and the GNX and the CFMs, and some are blessed to hear the Sukhois also. So Sukhois, MiGs, Jags, what not they get to hear. So suddenly we feel that void. Okay, where are the airplanes? Where is aviation? I mean, honestly, I felt that in the starting 2 weeks because I used to not hear planes, and you
Yeah.
suddenly stop hearing airplanes, and then it's like oh God, do they exist? Where are they? They are meant to fly. They are
अब
not
तो
meant to be on ground.
अब तो वैक्यूम क्लीनर की आवाज भी अच्छे लगने लग गई है जानू.
At least some
The
engines are,
vac
some motors are running.
the vacuum cleaner, the washing machine.
Yeah,
Now these noises are exciting us till we get back.
yeah, the utensils out there.
So
So
somebody is
yeah,
asking emergencies. Of course, everybody has. I've been flying for the last 20 years, so emergencies are bound to happen. But like I was saying earlier, my favoriteest experience is Operation Rahat. Like somebody was asking here, to land on a bombed runway, and we had so many bird hits at that point in time while landing in. It's all on the channel. It's all on YouTube. That
I
was
can.
one of the most challenging experiences.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is your favorite airport? I would ask that. I mean, many of us are flight simmers also over here. We often keep going, hopping around the world virtually, but I would like to know in real what is your favorite airport?
Without a doubt, Male.
Malé. Okay.
It is one of the most beautiful places to land. When you're landing into the middle of no man's land. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're landing on an island in the middle of water with resorts here and resorts there, and all those resorts look so beautiful that
yeah,
it's actually a distraction when you're going into land because it's just so beautiful all around. Another
yeah.
good airport that I aspire to go to is Honolulu. That's supposed to be a
Okay, okay.
fantastic airport. I've only
Yeah,
heard about it. I haven't landed on it. And the old Hong Kong airport. We landed the new one, but the
the
old Hong Kong airport is
Kai
supposed to be
I know,
correct.
I know the Kai Tak approach. There are a lot of videos out on YouTube. It's one of the favorite airports, even on Sim, I guess, on Flight Sim. Most of the people love that challenging, checkered board approach, what it is known as. So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. What about Saint Martin? Do you like Saint Martin?
No, I haven't been, so I don't know about Saint Martin.
But
Where is Saint
that,
Martin?
yeah, there are some videos, people are loitering on the beach and suddenly an airplane
Oh
passes.
yeah, of course. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Blowing
Yeah,
people away completely. Every time it sets power, it's throwing people into the beach, into the water. Yeah, what an
especially
experience.
yeah, 747 passes. I've seen KLM 747 passing out. Oh man, that's a sight to watch. That's a sight to watch.
But Janam, you've been at all these air shows. So tell us
Yeah.
about these air shows. You
So
see all the stunts happening, and you see all
yes,
those amazing machines. I mean, that's going to be an inspiration for you to keep going back. That's an inspiration to just stay along and stay close to those
yes.
airplanes at that all point in time, right?
Yes, so I have attended a few air shows. I would not say many, but a few, especially Aero India, which is one of my favorite one, the only one that happens in India, to be honest, wherein we see a complete military action. Uh, my love for military and civil is both the same. I mean, it's not that I will like civil more and less of military. It's like a different world, I would say. You know, because in civil you have to go by the textbook. There's no much of maneuvering. There's no much of barrel rolls you can do. But when you see a fighter jet, just like a Su-30 or a MiG-29 doing a low pass, low speed, or a high speed, low pass, I mean it's amazing. A barrel roll right after takeoff, and whatnot. I
It,
mean it's
adrenaline pumping. It's gonna be
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, and then you have to shoot. I mean, you have to match the speed of the fighter jet with your camera. That's again a task, like it's not easy. That jet is going at what speed? And almost about 500, 600 kilometers an hour, or even maybe more at times. And then you have to match the speed, and it's a different world. It's a different world. And when you hear the afterburners roaring from the far, and suddenly you see a fighter jet just right, I mean, taking off in front of you. Yeah, that's a different world. So someone is saying Panthro is one of the best. They have seen the red arrows. Okay. Oh yeah.
Yes, my good friend Aman Anand, he says he's flown the Airbus 380, he's flown the Boeing 777, he's
Yeah,
flown
yeah.
it all.
Oh,
And
lovely.
that's Ashish. We were just talking about Ashish. Wait for the Rafaels, he said. So, like I said, Ashish was with me in Operation Rahat. We
Correct,
had that
correct.
amazing experience in Bond and landing into Sana'a in Yemen. And of
Yeah.
course, Aman, you're the best aviator. There's no doubt about that. It's only in
Yeah.
sim, thank God you're not actually flying. He's in the nightlife industry. So
So,
his form of exercise is the elbow exercise over the weekends. So
oh,
thank God he's not a budding aviator.
I see, I
Yes,
see.
aspiring aviator, I have landed at Patna Airport. It used to be a very small airport at that point in time. It had trees on the other side. I remember the train passing under us, but we used to go in and land. A challenging airport like Jammu,
Yeah.
done Kabul, we've done Malé. All fantastic, great experience on the 320s.
Captain Ashish was talking about Rafale. So I would like to add, I've seen the Rafale, the French Air Force Rafale, at Yelahanka. I mean, I've been seeing it for the last two Aero Indias that I've been attending. It's a sight
Did you
to
get a
watch.
chance to sit in it as well? Have you sat in a Rafale?
I went inside the cockpit. Yeah, I got to see the cockpit.
Wow.
One was parked on the static. So I went in the Saab also, the Gripen, the
Wow.
Tejas, yeah, the Su-30, and the Rafale. Yeah. So all these four cockpits for the fighters, and in the transport, I've seen the AN-32, which is I saw it last year only. It's the new version of the AN-32, which is now coming. It's a beautiful airplane. I mean, they have completely changed from your analogs to digital. So that's a good transformation done.
It's like a glass cockpit in what we have in
Yeah.
latest commercial airplanes as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Wow,
That's
what a dream it would be to fly a Rafale or a Su-30. That would be
Sure,
amazing.
man.
Somebody's asked me a very tricky question. Airbus or Boeing? So yeah, I've had the opportunity of flying both. That is the
Yeah.
most controversial question to ask a pilot, my friend. That's a wrong question.
We'll not talk about it because it's going to be a ruckus over here down.
No, but since I've had the opportunity to fly both now, I think I can safely say that I flew the Airbus for a good 12 years, and I've been flying the Boeing 787s, the Airbus 320s for 12 years, and now the Boeing 787s for the last
Yeah.
4. So the difference is very, very unique, and you'll agree with me, Jana. When you see an Airbus and a Boeing, you instantly know the Boeing
Yeah.
has sharper features.
Yeah,
The Airbus has a slightly blunt nose, and then
Yeah.
the windows on the side. You can tell
Yeah.
from the windows. You can tell by the tail frame. There are many such defining
Of both the airplanes.
criteria of both the airplanes. You can tell easily from the outside. Now, in
Right.
flying it, the Airbus is without a doubt far ahead in technology.
Yeah.
The Airbus is very, very sophisticated. In
Yeah.
comparison, the Boeing is more a pilot-oriented airplane. There's a
Yes.
little more effort and more work required for a Boeing. But
Okay.
if there's one thing that I miss the most in this world, it is my sliding tray on the Airbus. It is that table that comes out, because on those long hours when you have to have your meal, you need to
Yeah.
put that on your legs and have that in a Boeing. But you
Yeah.
don't need to do that on an Airbus.
On
So
an
both
Airbus.
the airplanes, Boeing of course had the lead because Boeing came in Boeing as a company got launched in the early 1900s. Airbus
Yeah, they
came in the 1970s.
Yeah, I guess a couple of years back
Yeah.
or last year they completed 100 years of Boeing. So yeah, they've come to a different
A
milestone,
long
and
way. But
it's
Airbus, without a doubt, is far ahead in technology even today.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
you
Have
enjoy
you?
flying a Boeing, technology better Airbus. So both the airplanes, without a doubt, are fantastic. There's no doubt
Yes,
about it.
yes.
I'm so happy and privileged that I got to fly both these
You
airplanes.
are
They're both
lucky.
fantastic. So as politically correct as I could.
Yes, yes, yes. You are very diplomatic. I know.
I have to be here. No, how can I say that Airbus is the best or
Captain
Boeing is the
Ashish is
best?
also watching
12
you.
saal.
Don't
Airbus was my first love. You're never going to forget your first love.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can totally imagine.
And
But
Boeing is my present wife. I can't cheat on her
yeah,
either.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But everything started with a Cessna. So I mean, I would say the Cessna is the first airplane, which gets you into flying.
A
And
toy airplane, Janam, for any of these budding aviators, enjoy your Cessna 152. If you
that
take up flying and if you get into that airplane, like Janam says, that time will never come back. You know, today while flying one of the biggest birds, the Boeing 787s, with the 747 and the 380s practically getting decommissioned, I
yeah,
think
yeah,
the time and the future for the 380s, without a doubt, is over. You will see all the airlines in the Middle East, Far East, the UK, Australia, Lufthansa, all these airlines are now going to do away with the 380s.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
in
yeah.
spite of having flown the Boeing 787s and enjoying it, I really, really, really want to go back and fly that Cessna 152 one day. Because
Yeah.
that's been an amazing ride. It's been such a joyous ride. It's been such a nice toy. It's just been so much fun. Fun those days. There's no stress. You're not worried about DGCA getting after you. You're not worried about the airline getting after you. It's just
Yeah.
to go out and enjoy, take that airplane safely up there and bring it down safely and enjoy that
Yes.
ride. So guys who are getting into aviation, do not miss the opportunity of enjoying every single minute and moment on that Cessna 152 or the Cessna 172. Most of the schools
Yeah.
have a 152, which is a two-seater, and then you can upgrade to a 172, which
Yes,
is
yes,
a
yes.
four-seater.
So I have one of my friend playing pictures India. He's Bhavya. He's from my team only. So recently he got done with his flying. He flew the Cessna. So you know, I'm sure he has a very good experience. And I see his pictures. He did his flying from New Zealand. So he
Wow.
was very excited to tell me about his stories out in the Cessna. And it's very fascinating to listen to I mean, how fun it is to fly a small airplane all alone. You are the king. You are the boss. No one with you. You can
No
have fun.
stress, no stress at all. So you should do these interviews more often now, Janam. You should try and get as many people involved from the space of aviation and do this as a weekly thing or a bi-weekly thing, bi-monthly thing.
Yeah, so I plan to do this every week, with one aviation professional out there. We started with you, and hopefully we will continue doing it every week. It will be a very interactive session. Like we had a lot of questions today. Lovely audience. We couldn't answer all of them. We are running short of time, but it was lovely seeing these people out there. And
Yes, but if there are any questions, we can quickly answer them. Any questions, type rating 320, 321 according to current situation. Like I said, delayed for a while because I think jobs will be available only after 12 months.
huh.
Flew only the 152s.
Yeah,
172 isn't that much fun.
he's
Yeah,
my friend.
172 is slightly bigger. 152 is smaller. So in Indian carriers, when you fly an Airbus 319 compared to a 321, a 321 is going to be a little more sluggish. But a 319, because it's smaller in size, it's
Yeah,
like a Ferrari. It's like a sports car.
yeah,
So the
yeah, yeah.
takeoff goes faster, the angle is higher, the power is more because the engines are same. 27,000 pounds of thrust or
Yeah.
25.5 thousand pounds of thrust is what we have on the 319.
Correct, correct,
Try
correct.
taking another session on Zoom app. Aspiring aviator, that is only Janam.
Yeah, yeah, we will do it, sir. What say? Let's do it. In the coming days
Sure.
when we have a lot
Ashish,
of.
bang on. That's a rocket. That's a rocket. Ashish says that's a rocket, the 319.
Yes,
You can
yes,
get somebody like Ashish on board as well. He's got the experience of
So,
flying the Airbus 320.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Can I become pilot while doing regular job? Of course, I am sure
Of
you
course.
can do hobby flying. Yeah.
Swapnil, I haven't got a chance. I was rostered for a flight on the 6th of May. Vande Bharat mission was starting on the 7th of May. I didn't get a chance to be a part of Vande Bharat mission, but I think rotation-wise, my chance will come. I am eagerly looking forward to be a part of Vande Bharat mission.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When
So,
will more aircrafts be ordered? anybody's guess. I think Indigo has still ordered some airplanes, so more airplanes are coming out. Whatever
Yeah.
you read in the papers is what it actually is when it comes to ordering of airplanes, because I think the data comes in straight from the Airbus or the Boeing company.
Yeah. Can we get a job on
Yes.
A320 after getting type rating on A321? I'm
Yes,
sure
yes.
that's common type rating. for both.
Absolutely. So nowadays there are two ways of getting employed. One is to join the cadet program, which guarantees you a job almost 99%. But the
Yeah.
fees is really high. It's anywhere between 90 lakhs to 1.1, 1.2 crores, where they also send you to Australia or various other places to do your flying. The
Yes,
other
yes.
way is to be your basic CPL, which costs you about 25 to 30 lakhs. And then to
Yeah.
go on, you do your type rating, which will cost you an equivalent amount. So
True.
that will also cost you about 50, 55, 60 lakhs, and somebody was asking. And
Yeah.
of course, when you do a type rating, you are now in the race ahead. You are a step ahead of the entire clan, where a type rated pilot will definitely have a priority in getting a job with any carrier in comparison to a CPL holder. So if the
True.
question is, should I get a type rating done? Absolutely. But in present times, like I said earlier, push it for a while, because it seems like the Indian aviation sector will be a little gloomy for a while. Hopefully, like the minister says, it starts recovering by Diwali, because it's a festive season. People want to travel. They want to
Yeah.
go meet their families. They go all over the world.
Yeah. So just one last thing before we wind up. I would like you to share some motivational words, for everyone out in aviation. I mean, we know this hashtag, we will fly again, and we are going to fly again, definitely. But what is your take? I mean, I would like to hear some motivational words from you for our audience.
So I don't think there should be anything in this world that stops you from dreaming. And
Yeah.
once you've got that dream, I don't think there should be any person or there should be any obstacle in the way that stops you from achieving it. Abraham Lincoln said many years back that the best way to predict your future is to create it. So
Yes.
of course there is destiny, there is luck, but even if you don't help yourself, the gods are not going to come down and help you.
Yeah.
So you dream it, you think about it, you follow that path, and you create that path. Don't leave everything to destiny. So
Yes.
my only tip or my only suggestion or words of inspiration will be to follow your dreams, come what may. Don't let anybody else pull you down.
Yeah.
Because if I hadn't dreamt of being a pilot today, 25 years back, I wouldn't be sitting here in front of VT Aviation and doing this interview today and inspiring so many
It's
people.
our pleasure,
So
sir.
follow
It's
your
our,
dreams.
it's our pleasure to have you, because we wanted our audience to feel that, okay, when they hear it from a professional who has been into this industry for, the longest period of time, it's a different take after all. I mean, they'll not
And-
trust. When they hear you,
Right.
they will definitely be motivated.
It's the best. Janam, it's the best industry to be.
Yes.
Let me tell you that without a doubt. I've met some of the finest people, every single person here. Captain Debraj here. Hi again, Debraj. To the wonderful crew that we've had that have logged in today. My mother is here. Mateji Pranam. If my mother hadn't supported me at that point in time, like I said earlier. Hi, Bips. Thank you. So, yeah, I mean, your family playing a very vital role. Your dreams is what makes you the person that you're going to become. And
Yes.
people like Janam and so many of you guys that have logged in today, I think, hi Prachi, it makes us believe today that the decisions, the dreams that we dreamt of then were right, and we fulfilled them by being a part of this amazing camaraderie and amazing circle of friends or colleagues that we've got.
Yes, indeed. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. It was a
Thank
nice
you.
one. We had a good 45 minutes of talking. I'm sure
Thank you,
people
Janam.
enjoyed. We had lovely crowd out there. And thank you all for your questions. If you have any questions, feel free to write to any of us. We will try our best to answer in the shortest period.
Bipin's got a very funny line. He says there's a bus coming. Bipin, that's how much I love the Airbus. It's coming straight for me. It's not going to leave me behind.
Yeah.
Thanks, Janam. I had a great time. Yeah. Such a good time talking to you. So nice to connect with such lovely people, such amazing friends. I haven't seen them in the lockdown also.
Yes.
Amazing. Great to connect with each one. Wishing you all the success. Wishing you all the best. Continue doing this. Please do this every week. I'll also log in. We'll also come in with our comments. It will be amazing to be a part of VT Aviation for the further
Yes.
interviews.
And before I conclude, what do you feel about VT Aviation? I mean,
I think it's a premier forum. You will see some of the best pictures taken by this very man himself. He's one of the nicest, humblest, sweetest people that I have met. The first time that Janam and I met was when we were doing the inaugural flight to Stansted. which
Yeah,
was in March.
yeah,
That's when
yeah.
we met first. And yeah, we've been in touch since then, and we've been associates since then.
Feb 20th.
Sorry?
It was Feb 20th.
Feb 20th. Oh, there you go. Feb, you
Yes.
remember the date also. Very
I
sharp.
do.
Yeah.
I do.
So it's been such a good association. I think you're doing a fantastic job. You've put some of the best videos that we are using, that I'm also using. You've done a
Yeah.
marvelous job in the work that you're doing. Continue doing the fantastic work that you're doing.
Thank you so
And
much.
this was a great idea as well.
Yes,
It's
and
my
I-
first as well.
Yeah, and I would just bring out that it's not just me, my whole team, 8 of us who are associated, who are working round the clock. And we will try our best to get the best of aviation content, from India, and now we are expanding to the world. Let's see how it goes, but we will surely try our best to get the best of pictures, best of aviation content, best of articles for people to read.
What do you mean you'll try? You're already getting it. The content that I'm seeing,
Trying to
some of
make
the
it-
stories that you're writing are amazing. They're fantastic.
Thank
They're
you so
very,
much.
very, very good. They're very
Thank-
good. Thank
Thanks,
you,
sir.
Janam. Thank you guys for logging in. Such a
Yes.
splendid time. Thank you,
Well,
Janam.
thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Bye, Captain. Bye, bye, bye. Take care.
See you. Take care. Bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye.